Hey, this is Joe and Tom from Drunkards of the Sun.
Another funky funk drunk episode coming to you courtesy of Drunkards of the Sun.
And then your life's work could have been ahead of you.
Tom and Joe from Drunkards of the Sun.
Join us every week on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify.
Yeah. Podcast that's about anything and everything under the sun.
Check it out.
Joe's drunk.
Yeah, we both are fucking drunk.
Stop it.
Here we go. Yeah, you might like this. Like, a while back, you remember me, I don't know if I told you or not, about how I watched the I did tell a TikTok. You know TikTok.
Oh,
I saw a TikTok on YouTube.
I thought you was going to say I watched The Tick. No. I was like, the TV show The Tick?
Oh, shit. No,
Spoon!
Not that, unfortunately. But I watched the TikTok that was on YouTube. And it had convinced me to a point that Mufasa...
That we should do TikTok?
No. We might.
I don't know what... I don't know how...
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't either.
I barely know how to use Premiere.
Premiere's more than TikTok, trust me.
Oh, no.
But this is what happened. I watched a TikTok on YouTube, and it convinced me to a point that Scar ate Mufasa in The Lion King after he was dead. And they showed all their evidence and was like, this is it.
Yeah, but...
And then I told my daughter about it, right? And she was like, no. And she pulls up this video on YouTube that totally discredits this whole TikTok. But it introduced me to a lion pride in Africa that was very fucking interesting. That wound up being...
Bunch of males that live by the sea.
Not by the sea.
There's a pride that lives... There's prides that live down by the sea of Africa and shit like that. Yeah. I think there are a bunch of males too.
But see, this pride was a bunch of males, and it started out because they were all from one pride, like brothers, and they got kicked out because they had a dominant male and they were young, so they got kicked out. They had to go out.
There's only enough pussy for one guy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, but there's 30 women here.
Exactly.
He's like, what do you want to fuck your aunts and stepsister? But you're fucking your daughters. He's like, roar!
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. You're like, you can't believe Dad? He's such a dick.
Exactly.
He's fucking everybody. And they're okay with this shit.
So that's what happened. These six, well, there were six of them. One of them wasn't a brother. He just was like adopted, kind of. And when they were young, they learned how to hunt as a pack. So they started taking down like buffalo and giraffes and rhinos and hippopotamus.
And then they became gay for each other?
No.
That's how they bred. One became an asexual and like transformed their genitals. And then they had sex, these lions on the pride. These 5 males. One used to be a male. They're like, oh my God, look at this nature and target.
That's not some Jurassic Park shit. That didn't happen.
I mean, I just thought that's how nature works.
After watching that movie?
After watching that movie, and after watching Humans, I mean, everybody's fucking...
Anything.
Everything's whatever. I mean, watching the movie Junior, I thought, hey...
What's Junior?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
he has a baby.
Yeah, I get it, yeah. But anyways, these males went out, they were nomads for a while, until they were adults, and then just didn't give a fuck, and they just started taking things over. And they're the first...
So they came across Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer.
Oh, Ghost in the Cow! Yes, no, it didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
But they got the biggest area. They wound up taking over the biggest area ever recorded in modern times type shit over in Africa. And they had names. I know all their names.
Get the fuck out.
I know.
How'd they have names?
Because they were monitored. They were in a park. They were in a park, so it's all on video. There's a whole documentary about them. They're like the...
What'd you watch it on?
It's Discovery Channel, but I watched it on YouTube. And I've watched multiple things about them on YouTube, but they were like the
brothers Mulligan?
Mafobo? Something brothers. But there was
Mafobo.
There was Scar, Mr. T, Rasta, Pretty Boy.
Well, and now, hold on, before we go any further.
Yeah.
How does this discredit...
No. See, they were brought up in this discredited video. Because part of it was like, okay, let me say.
One, How? Why did they? Because first
This is what
he
happened.
intrigued me when they said
The
Mufasa
video-
ate.
Scar
Scar ate
ate
Mufasa. Like, where is the evidence for that?
Well, see, this TikToker put together, like, they search some shit and they just show you, like, glimpses of what they brought. So it's not like you can read the whole article. It's like, oh, this says that only lions eat other lions and shit like that. And then they were showing, like, clips of
See, I figured the
where
fucking hyenas ate him.
when he was, like, doing his little puppet with the skull. They said that was Mufasa's skull.
No way. That was not no lion skull.
No, exactly. It wasn't. They proved that it was a monkey skull, is what it was in this video. And then the whole thing discredited, and they brought up this group of lions in
so
that
Scar
video.
ate some monkeys.
Yeah.
Fuck. Imagine, like, yes, Saya, you needed me? Yes, I did.
But yeah, Scar did probably eat some monkeys because I was a monkey skull. But in this discreditation video, it brought up this group of lions because Mr. T did eat other lions. He would kill the young.
Mr. T?
Mr. T was one of the lions.
Oh, we're talking about in real life.
In real life. Not Mr. T, but a lion.
A lion.
Mr. T.
In real life, not
real
the
life.
Lion King.
Not the Lion King. He did eat the young of lions because, you know,
why not?
After he killed them, because if you're in a lion pride and you're the, you know, king of a pride or whatever, and somebody else has knocked somebody up, you're gonna kill the kids.
Right.
So he just ate them too. So that's Mr. T did that, and that's what they brought up, and they brought up this whole group of lions, and it made me want to learn about these lions.
I don't get why they would bring this up and discussing how Mufasa got ate by Scar.
Because only in rare instances do lions eat other lions.
Here's the
When they
thing.
brought up this group.
Here's the thing. In what instance does your brother eat your brother? Like,
that's true.
Like, and first of
in
all,
real life, but they're lions, Tom.
yeah, but
lions don't give a fuck.
and then also check this out. Check this out. I've watched that movie like a fucking million times.
You never got the impression that
never got the impression that he ate Mufasa.
Neither did I. I think it was just like
I got the impression that
TikTok.
he used up his resources and it was a desolate wasteland when he was in charge compared to when Mufasa was in charge.
I totally get that.
And because there was no part where there's like he's like, hey, you hyenas! You remember when we fucking ate Mufasa? Yeah, man, it was cool.
I don't know. I don't know why they did that because they were like, "What happened to Mufasa's body? Who gives a fuck what happened to him?"
He was stomped out. He was dead. All Scar gave a buck about was being the king.
Exactly.
So for all we know, the hyenas ate him.
Exactly, and that's what the guy in this other video said. Probably the hyenas, but these other people were like, "It was Scar."
And then you know what? And you got to
skull.
think of the plot line. If you're Scar and you have hyenas employed for you, and you kill the biggest cat in the land, wouldn't you be like, "Go ahead, you deserved it. Eat him." You know, wouldn't you just give him up so you have good relations with your hitmen?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I would think so.
I guess.
So it never crossed my mind that
I never
thought that like Simba's out there going, "Man, my Uncle Scar ate my dad. It was fucking crazy."
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right. Why would they?
Like, why would you even come up with that? That's like what happened to the genie and fucking Jasmine? Did they ever get together? Like, why would you think that? What does this have to do with anything?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He got trampled. He's dead.
Yeah.
Nobody...
Or it's just. I can't think of another good example because there is no good examples.
Why would there be?
There is none. Why would you think Mufasa was eaten by Scar? Like, I don't understand that.
But these guys did. But they tricked me. Originally.
And you believed it?
Until my kid proved me wrong.
And then she's like, "No, Daddy, it was a hyenas the whole time."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Where'd you get that from?" And she's like, "Just common sense." It's like, no, it's not common sense.
It's a YouTube video.
Only thing we thought about was Simba getting the fuck away, and he survived.
Exactly.
And Scar turned everything to shit.
And these fucking millennials think he ate Mufasa.
Yeah, these millennials are like, they're like, what really happened to Mufasa? I don't know, vultures got him. The waste, the desert air and the fucking harshness of life took his body away.
His body would have been gone by the
Maybe some
desert.
ants came through.
Well, yeah. Nobody our age ever thought this Scar ate Mufasa.
No, and I
I
don't.
mean, why would you even think
Why
it?
would you think that? I don't get that.
Because he had a monkey skull that looked similar to a lion skull.
But it didn't. Because lions got fangs and shit.
Yeah.
That thing didn't have it. I don't remember the skull. I thought the skull looked like a bird skull, from what I remember.
Nah, it is a monkey skull, but it does have incisors that look decent, but everything else is flat, and they prove it's a fucking monkey skull. They show it.
I mean, the thing is, what you should take away from that scene isn't the fact that he's got a monkey skull. It's he got skulls and bones all around him. Like,
Yeah.
and that, like, the
He
bird.
should be fat as fuck.
Well, that and fucking, and the bird was locked in there. It's like, I'm sorry, but Mufasa, like, kept his kingdom pretty clean. So Scar's just throwing shit around. Wouldn't, like, the first tip-off of shit ain't going right is Scar's got a bunch of skulls and ribs and backbones in his lair. And everyone's like, well, maybe he's just a sloppy eater. And then they're like, well, he also got these hyenas that we used to fight all the time. This is roaming around here. We're not gonna do nothing about that. I'm like, nah. What did they do? What did the hyenas do? Oh, they just killed everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But anyways, all that rant, I learned about the real lions over there. It's pretty fucking awesome.
So the lions, Mr. T and Oomba, Toomba, and Scar.
Mr. T, pretty boy.
Pretty boy.
Kinky tail.
Kinktail?
Yep.
Was his tail all fucked up?
It was. They had video. You see them all.
And you saw this on what, Discovery?
It's on Discovery. It's the Brothers in Blood, Lions of the Sabi Sands, or some shit like that. Gotta check it out, because it's fucking wild.
Huh.
Because they rise to power.
I don't have Discovery Channel.
I watched all these clips on YouTube.
No.
And I watched a bunch of different shit. And there were 6 of them all together. And they wound up just taking over the largest territory ever recorded in modern times. I mean, you can't say ever recorded because we weren't, keeping track of that shit for forever.
Right.
But as time goes by, as we recorded it, these lions were bad as fuck and took over like most of this national park over there. And it was just a crazy story about how they got kicked out and they fucking they were nomads for a while, learned to hunt together, learned to take down these big prey. And when they were taking down this big prey like buffalo and shit, they were getting big and strong. So one day they just walk into other people's territory and just not giving a fuck, just fuck them up. And
other prides?
Yeah, other prides. They just fucked them up. In 1 year, they killed over 100 fucking lions by themselves and took over 8 prides.
Holy
they had
shit.
8 fucking prides in this area.
They started following them?
Yeah, this whole big area, they controlled.
So it was like, how many brothers? 4?
5.
5?
6 total. 6 lions total. Had 8 prides.
So all these lions were like, Dad thought we wouldn't be shit.
Exactly.
Look at all this. Look at what we accomplished.
Exactly.
We got 50,000 kids.
They got
that were eaten when they're born.
They got so big that it split in half.
Oh,
because
shit.
Mr. T and Kinky Tail, they were the most aggressive 2, and they went off on their own.
They take half the pride with them?
Kinda. It was split in half. 2 of them had one, and the other ones had a bigger part. And they were
a bigger part of the story.
They were chilling for a while until rivalries come up. Kinky Tail winds up getting murdered. He gets killed.
He gets murdered. It's not murder. It's called nature.
It's nature.
He gets killed.
He gets taken out, and so Mr. T goes
Why does he get
back.
taken out? By who?
Another pride comes in and jump him, and he gets killed. And Mr. T tries to save him, right? Mr. T,
he's like, brother,
I picked the fool.
I picked the fool. He's like, you can't save him. He's dead.
He tries. But it's some brutal fucking fights, dude. It's hard to watch.
Is
These
it?
fucking lion fights are hard as fuck to watch.
Really?
Yeah. And then after they get beat, he goes back to the other brothers, right?
Uh-huh.
And he kills all the cubs and takes over that fucking pride, and nobody gives a fuck. Nobody even tries to stand up.
Well, they're scared, Joe.
Probably.
It's a fucking lion.
But they're lions. There's 5 lions.
I guess. But even, I think even
But
lions
it's
would be
just
like, you know what?
me.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Like, you see what he did to those kids? He's like, what did he do? He destroyed them all. You want to be one of those kids?
I guess, but he took them all out and nobody gave a fuck. So he kind of took over, but he was the second one that
Doesn't sound like he
killed.
kind of took over. Sounds like he took over.
He took over, but he was the next one to get killed out of the 6.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, yeah, because they're
I
getting
feel
up
like
in
at the
age.
end of the story, they all die.
They all do die.
Do they?
They all die.
So how long did they document this?
From like 2000 to like 2012.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's the whole story. They didn't have all that land the whole time because
Right.
some of it's them being nomads and shit, and then they get the.
How long's the documentary?
I don't know because I haven't watched the real one. I've just watched clips, but you got to check it out. It's real. It's a good story. It's real.
Yeah, I mean, you watch so many clips. That's the whole movie.
I don't
By
know
the
if I
time you're
watched the
done.
whole thing.
No.
It might be a whole season because it was over like 12 years or something. These people documented it, and they had footage of most of these lions dying in
It's
battles
crazy.
and shit. And then some of them do disappear, and they speculate it's due to poaching and stuff. But the last one to die was the adopted son, the one that wasn't really related, kind of. He was the last one to die in like 2012 sometime. But he was so old and stuff, he was basically a nomad and died like not in a pride type shit. And that's the same thing that happened to Pretty Boy. But fucking Mr. T and fucking Kinky Tail, both of those.
Why do they call him Pretty Boy?
He was just a good looking cat. He was a good looking cat, Tom.
That's so stupid. Why do they call him Mr. T?
Because
They have a mohawk?
he did. He kind of had a mohawk mane type
No
deal.
shit.
It was mohawk. And Kinky Tail had a kinky tail, and Scar had a scar on his back from fights and shit. So some of them had legit names. Some of them was just like, that's a pretty cat.
That's
Pretty
his name.
Boy.
That's his only resemblance. I mean, like, remarkable trait.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. But he was the second to last to die. He died before the last guy. But he just died of starvation and shit too.
That's crazy.
But it's wild. I need to watch the whole thing because it sounds super interesting. It sounds really fucking cool.
That sounds wild.
And it is hard to watch. Some of those fights are fucked up, dude. They videotape just lions killing other lions. And I mean, and eating the other baby lions and shit.
That's brutal.
It's wild. It's wild. It's
That's
wild
brutal
shit.
as fuck.
So
So they show them actually eating the babies?
yeah. It shows Mr. T pick up half a baby lion because he ate half of it.
Jesus.
Shit's just like falling out of it. He's just walking around and shit. It's
Fuck, dude.
and like you hear when I think it's either Mr. T or the other one, when he gets killed, you hear his fucking spine snap in half.
No shit.
Yeah, you hear it on video.
Oh,
When
wow.
they break him in half, basically. And he's still,
Holy shit.
whichever one it is still fighting. He's like paralyzed from like here down, and he's still trying to fight him and shit. It's brutal as fuck.
Dude, that sounds brutal. as fuck.
It's wild.
That sounds fucking beyond brutal.
But
It's
then
like,
I guess they have documentaries of the other like prides or whatever that like take over and shit. But they had the biggest of ever recorded. Those 6 brothers did. It's
no
fucking
shit.
It's fucking wild. It's real interesting. Check it out. Check it out.
That sounds wild. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, I thought you'd like it just because it's lions.
Yeah, I like lions. I think
Big
they're.
cats.
I like big cats in
Yeah.
general, though. Like, lions ain't my favorite. My favorite are tigers and leopards.
Uh-huh.
Those, because both of those are ninjas.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
cats are bad as fuck. So anytime I see a documentary on that shit, I watch them.
There's a lot of shit out there about lions though too that are. I mean, just the way they do things. they described it as almost mafia-like.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking...
What's a hierarchy? That's for sure.
Yeah.
They have a hierarchy in their pride.
Yeah.
But see, that's why I like watching a lot of like monkey shit too, like like apes. I like watching
that
apes.
shit's brutal though too.
Oh, apes, especially chimpanzees.
Yeah.
Chimpanzees, their life is fucked up. They destroy each other.
Yeah, they do.
Like when they have gang fights, it's gang fights.
Oh yeah.
And they come
like
away.
The babies and shit.
Oh, they'll eat their babies. They'll eat the other babies, and they'll smash them. Dude, they're fucking vicious. But it's the same with the gorillas. The gorillas fucking like you see these big motherfuckers, but they're not as vicious as the chimpanzees. They're really not. Chimpanzees are fucking psychopaths. Same with baboons or mandrills.
Yeah.
In Africa and shit. Because baboons in Africa, dude, are vicious as fuck. They got them big ass fucking snouts.
Yeah,
big
they
ass
have
teeth.
big teeth. Oh, Jesus.
Their teeth are like this fucking long.
Yes.
They're like, they're like, and they do that shit, and it's like, oh my god, it's like, what's happening?
I would not want to live there,
dude. I would not want to live in Africa for shit. Now, I would like to go visit, and have somebody who did live there show me around, because I don't want to get killed. No, because if I don't have a guide, I'm not going. It's the same for Australia. Oh, like Australia, I would like to go, but I need a guide. I need someone to say, hey, mate, watch out for that snake right there. What snake? The one that's biting your head off.
Or in your fucking house. It seems like they're everywhere.
Or fucking spiders the size of your face. Like, they're like, hey, mate, watch out for that spider. You're like, what spider?
Like you turn your face and it jumps on you like
I know.
Face hugger.
And they're like, mate, I guess you're fucked. And you're like, help me. Like, we'd love to help you, but if we touch it, we die. I guess you gotta go, mate. You're like, no. Why did I come here? I'm like, why did I come here? I was so much more safer in Ohio.
Oh, fuck this place.
You know?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Just be thankful where you live.
Dude, I am. Like, there are so many times when I watch, like, National Geographic and shit like that. Thank God. I'm like, thank God I was born in Ohio where nothing is going to kill me except for people's pet snakes that they let go that I shouldn't have to worry about.
It's almost winter. You're all right.
And there's so much winter. I'm good. But like in Florida or Louisiana, like I'm glad I wasn't born there because you'd go out in your backyard and be like, hey, Tom, where you at? Tom? An alligator snacks you. You know what I mean? And now they got problems with pythons and shit down there. Fuck you. You can have that shit. I don't want it. Or thankful that I wasn't born. Like, I think I would like to live in the wilderness, but then I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I can handle it. And the reason I say this is because what if I'm in, like, Washington in the mountains? It's so beautiful. It's awesome, right? It is, yeah. Until one day you go picking berries, and then a bear comes out of nowhere, and fucking Leonardo DiCaprio is your ass, or and thrashes you around.
Mountain lion.
Or mountain lion. Leonardo DiCaprio is your ass. You know? So I'm so glad that I was born. The worst thing in Ohio I got to worry about, I don't know, because I don't know anything poisonous here. Maybe a spider like the recluse.
Oh shit! I'm worried about that shit.
But the problem is, I probably touch a brown recluse, and I don't know it's a brown recluse. Like, it just looks like another spider. I'm like, get off me! It kills me. Oh, but now I got to worry about people fucking having their exotic pets and letting them loose like pythons.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. So this is another episode of Drunkards on the Sun.
Follow us on Facebook,
Instagram,
Spotify,
YouTube.
Check out that show
Anchor.
that we talked about.
What show?
Brothers of Sabi Sand.
Oh yeah, Brothers of whatever.
Sabi Sand.
Sabi Sand.
Blood Brothers.
All I know is Lions on Discovery.
Fucking shit up. Anyways, check
Pack
it out.
of renegades.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
See ya.
Thanks for tuning in to Drunk on the Sun. This is Joe and Tom.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody. Like and subscribe.
Thank you all for subscribing and liking. From Drunk on the Sun, the podcast about everything and anything under the sun.
So check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram. We're posting new shit every week.
See ya.